Origin just almost reaction. This is the deadliest drink ever. Liquid Death, a water company. Watch out the Fat Files, the secondary one. Liquid Death. Why do you think like I heard of that one? Yeah, so this is from the electrician alternate channel, I guess. So a water company. That's it. They just make. Is it water company or like an energy drink thing? Because Red Bull and Monster, I think, started this thing, and it has blown up nowadays in a hydration drink. It's like I don't know why they say it like that. Hydration. What it feels like it's Gatorade or something, but that's not Gatorade, right? What is the Prime thing? And many other celebrities sell their hydration drinks just to make money, and I guess it works because I guess in past 10 years or 5 years at least, health conscious thing has become like not just health conscious, gym rat thing has gone up. Yeah, so 10 or so, 12 or so, 12 years ago when I was working out really hard, it felt really weird, at least where I am, right? Like not many people were doing that. Obviously, there were always like a hardcore gym people, like ripped people, but that was like insanely small number. So wherever I went, I was just like, are you in military? No, I'm not. Nowadays, that's not the case. So now in past 5 or so years, it has become a really big thing. So I'm guessing like a hydration thing like Gatorade is also a big thing, but it's not Gatorade. It's like a Monster Energy with like taurine, caffeine, different vitamin Bs like niacin and things, which basically helps your performance, B6, B12. That's crammed into it. So those are not hydration drinks, those are energy drinks. Some call them energy drinks, some call them hydration, which is like misleading. You shouldn't say hydration. Whenever you say hydration, people just drink it thinking it's just healthy for you. No, if you drink it too much, it's going to be a problem. It's basically pre-workout in a can. That's what that is. So I'm guessing this could be something like that, not just water, but who knows. So let's do this one. Remember people, if you like my reaction, don't forget to subscribe, so that way you can help this channel out by helping the algorithm things. Yeah, I do many different type of reactions, so yeah, algorithm goes crazy. I'm trying to separate a channel, trying to create another one where I can sift things like video game reaction, things like that. But yeah, recently I've been doing a lot of military style videos, so if you haven't seen them, check out the link in the description. And yeah, comment down if you want to do any specific video. Let's do this one.
I think this might be my new segment. I'm going to call it Angry Case Studies, and I'm just going to go over my favorite and least favorite businesses and why they're awesome or why they suck.
Yeah.
Today we're talking about liquid.
Feels so fatrician if it does that. Like many other like incognito more for internet store and kind of like similar, so he could do things like that.
Death, it is the most savage company on the internet, and it has the best marketing team on the planet. Now that's a pretty big statement by me, so how do I know they have the best marketing team on the planet? Well, the company is only 4 years old. It was started in 2019, and today they are worth $700 million, which is really impressive for any company, but it's unbelievably, incredibly impressive when I tell you that all this company sells is water in a can and merch promoting their water in a can. I'm going to say that again, but slower. They take water, shit that's basically free, stick it in a can, and then sell it for like $3.50 a can, and now they're worth $700 million. All right, before we go any further.
Okay, water is not free. You can't just drink any water without getting sick. The water that comes in your tap is free, but it's not free because you pay for it with your taxes. Your municipal people basically, filters it and gives you basically. So you can't just go to a lake and drink water. You'll get sick probably. So water is not free in that way. There's always like a purified water can bottles that somebody sells. But 700 million, that's insanity.
Further, I do have to say this. I'm not affiliated or associated with Liquid Death in any way, shape, or form, even though I tried to be. I tried to get them to sponsor this video and sponsor my whole channel if I could, but they didn't get back to me, so I am not affiliated with them at all. So the rest you can take at face value. I am, however, affiliated with.
Hey, I'm Fat Christian, and my channel is sponsored by Liquid Death. There you go.
They sponsor Zydex, custom gaming PCs built right here in America with American-made tech support. They have pre-built models ready to go, or they can build any custom computer you want to pretty much any spec you want. Go check them out. I'll have a link and a discount code down below. Let's get back to the video. So here's what happened. The guy that founded the company, Mike Cesario, was at a Vans Warped Tour concert, and he realized that all the people that were performing on stage were drinking Monster energy drinks all day, every day, which clearly is humanly impossible. So he got closer, investigated, and he realized that they weren't actually monsters. They were Monster Tour water. Basically,
that's a fucking Monster does that as well. They just sell you water.
Monster cans that Monster put water inside of so that athletes and band members and
Water
people that
plus
were
Tool
performing
what?
could drink water and not drink Monster and die while they were doing whatever they're doing. To which Mike, the founder of Liquid Death, is like, wow, that's kind of fucked up and misleading. What if I did the same exact thing, except I just sold it as water and made water cool, like Monster and beer and energy drinks are cool? So that's what he set out to do. Okay, step number one.
Okay, look, I'm not the one to say shit. I've been drinking Monster recently a lot. Because Red Bull tastes shit, Monster tastes like shit as well, but Monster Ultra, sugar-free one, somehow tastes good. Like, I don't know why that tastes good and the normal one doesn't. First time I drank Red Bull, like, why are people bitching about all the Red Bull and Monster and crap? It tastes like cough syrup. So does Monster, the black one, a black with green logo. But the silver one, the Ultra one, that tastes good. Like, I don't know why.
Get it a cool name. Liquid Death, the coolest name possible. It's absolutely perfect. Why would you call water Liquid Death? Because that's exactly what it is, okay? I've been saying this for years. Any body of water that's too big to fit in my cup is too much. Now, this is going to be an unpopular opinion, but swimming is dumb and the ocean is absolutely terrifying. Now, is that because I was a fat kid growing up and I didn't like taking my shirt off in front of girls? Perhaps, but also maybe I'm onto something because think about it, 10 billion, mammalian, fafillion years ago, fish were floating around in the ocean and they're like, man, this kind of fucking sucks. We should evolve us some legs so we can leave. And then they did that and they left. What's that? You're not convinced? Don't worry. I can keep going. Let's have a look.
That was back then, it was survival. Nowadays, it's survival a different way. Obviously, humans are not made to swim. So it's always going to be harder for humans to swim. That's why literally anything that is in the water can basically outswim you, I guess. But yeah, it's also like a tool. It's a tool, whether you're supposed to do it or not. That's the thing. Humans are not supposed to be in space, but we are.
Look at the license plate.
At least our tools are. Sometimes we are too, I guess. I don't
Of
know.
the worst state in the country, Minnesota, the home of 10,000 lakes. Coincidence? I think not. Now, if you've never been to the state of Minnesota, let me break it down for you. It's like they took the state of California and said, how can we get rid of all the redeeming qualities of California, which is like the weather. They got rid of the weather.
I
It's
was
just
about to
cold
say that,
California.
like, what? Did he just say redeeming? Like, nowadays it's like a trend of shitting on California for some reason. I guess Hollywood, I don't know. And I'm like, wait a minute, redeeming quality of California. Why is he saying that? Then there you go, fall off, there you go.
That's all that state is. Now, is that because of all the large bodies of water around the state? Probably not, but you know what is? All of the bugs. Do you have any idea how many fucking mosquitoes you have when you have 10,000 lakes? They are the biggest mosquitoes I've seen in my entire life. I'm fairly confident it's their state bird. Okay, look, I'm just guessing, but your football team would probably be a lot better if they could practice without being attacked by blood-sucking hummingbirds all the time. Okay, look, if you're from Minnesota, don't take it personal. I'm just kidding. I love you guys. I'm from Iowa. I'm contractually obligated to make fun of you. I'm probably just jealous that you guys have a pro football team and I don't. But to be fair, we do have the same number of Super Bowl wins. The point I'm trying to get to is that Liquid Death is the absolute perfect name for water. Everybody's freaking out about.
Yeah. Apparently he also likes Brock Lesnar because he used the analogy last time. Brock Lesnar is from Minnesota, I guess. So there you go.
Panera's lemonade killing like 2 or 3 people over the course of 5 years. Meanwhile, water's out here sinking the entire Titanic and nobody bats an eye. So now they've got the perfect name. Now they need the perfect tagline and the perfect mission statement. The tagline is going to end up being murder your thirst, which is fantastic. And then their mission statement is death to plastic, basically justifying why they have their water in a can because, you know, plastic bottles are bad for the environment and save the turtles and all that bullshit.
I was about to say that. I've been drinking a can because I like can. Somehow can thing does, like, if I drink a Mountain Dew, I don't like drinking from plastic because somehow once you open that plastic bottle, like, all the soda somehow goes away, right? So if you open a can, you're gonna drink all of it. It's just like, by that, you can't close the can off. I guess that's how stupid I am. But even then, it's like a small size, like, what do you call it, 30 ounce? That's what you call it, right? 350 ml, that's what it is. Right, for me. So it's no, wait a minute, 10 ounce, 10 not 30, 10 ounce, right? So it's like good and can, also with the cold coffee and things. Fuck it, can is better. Why have that paper straw and all that bullshit? But then I realized, wait a minute, can thing is much costlier than the plastic one. Obviously, I don't give a shit, so I still do can thing. But then I realized because it's like probably recyclable one, or plastic is plastic. So anytime some can thing comes up and it's costlier, people are still buying it nowadays because of the environment thing. So I'm guessing that's the same thing they're using here.
bullshit. So they've got the perfect product. Now they just have to launch a viral ad campaign. And to do that, they're going to model off of energy drinks and alcohol, which is perfect because those are the two things that are so well marketed that people will actually go out and spend their money to buy merchandise, which is basically they've marketed the product so well that not only are people going to buy that product, but people are going to buy additional products like shirts, hoodies, jackets, hats, whatever, so that they can buy that and wear it, turn themselves into a walking piece of advertisement to let the rest of the world know, hey,
That's
I
America,
associate
turn
with
it
this
into
product
merch.
and I'm cool too.
There's only
Basically, some American capitalist mentality that works. That's the shit that works. More people buy Ferrari merch than they buy Ferrari itself. So it's the mentality that has spread throughout the planet. Make a merch out of it. There you go.
How do you do, fellow kids?
So that's the plan. How are they going to accomplish it? Step one, they're going to make a commercial, and that commercial is going to begin with a woman declaring herself as a paid actress.
I'm a professional actor, and I'm getting paid to tell you about a revolutionary new product.
She then proceeds to explain why water is metal as fuck.
Water is deadly. It kills innocent surfers and snowboarders and kayakers. Every year, water is responsible for thousands and thousands of deaths. Energy drinks only kill less.
That's like saying living is deadly because you can't die unless you're alive. Water is everywhere. Water is in you. Without water, you are water. Everything's what?
What, one or two kids?
And then it pans out to reveal that she's been waterboarding some dude with liquid death the entire time. It's
Yes.
the perfect commercial for this
Oh,
product.
this is the
Now,
greatest
this is
shit
the point in
ever.
time where the money's going to start rolling in, okay? Here's the plan. We're going to take that money, and then we're going to launch our new initiative. Remember, our mission statement is death to plastic. We don't like plastic bottles. So what are we going to do? We're going to use all our profits to pay for post
Okay, liquid death. Seriously, launch your company in India, I guess. Obviously, we are poor here. I mean, poorer compared to the population. But I'm sure there's idiots like me who will probably drink that just because of that ad campaign. That was
for
awesome.
our fans and other people to mail empty plastic bottles back to Coca-Cola and Pepsi to troll the rest of the industry. Okay, not only are they going to break into the food and beverage industry in like 2020, they're going to talk shit while they do it. Do you understand how unprecedented that is? Do you understand how hard it is to break into the beverage industry? It's virtually impossible because Coca-Cola's got that shit on lock because they started off way back in the day on easy mode when it was legal to put cocaine inside of your soda. Obviously, they've got a cult
That's why Coca-Cola, because it had cocaine once. Yeah, people are like, is this cocaine? No, we don't do that anymore, I think. Yeah, and Pepsi is basically like Kendall Jenner and shit. It's just like, yeah, we are the fighters now, man. And these ones are doing completely opposite. It's like the obsidian of video game industry, right? Look at the Outer Worlds trailer, Outer Worlds 2. Something explosive. We are supposed to do this. It's like parody of itself. Now, because of Marvel and things, parody of things has become too much. At a point, it might become cringy. But done right is awesome. It's always going to be awesome.
following, okay? Just for the record, if you don't know, cocaine is bad for you. Does it smell great? Absolutely. For legal reasons, that was a joke. Moving on. Seriously, it's like me versus my grandparents at buying a house in our 20s. Back in the day, they paid like $5 and a half.
Yeah, it is bad for you, the one he talked about, yes. But I'm guessing it's the only one that can make you like amped up, well, let's do this shit, right? I'm guessing a lot of like singers and shit probably wrote things on that or something. I don't know. I didn't know what is the difference between that and the other one, right? I guess I can't even say the name anymore because I'm afraid. But yeah, but other one is like a painkiller type of way. It's like an opioid or something, right? While with this, Coke is different. I'm talking about Coca-Cola.
Half a bag of Skittles for a 5-bedroom house, and now that house is worth like $3 million. Do you understand how hard it is to overcome that much of a head start? I mean, look at Pepsi. When they first came out, they couldn't get any market penetration against Coca-Cola because it was motherfucking Coca-Cola. They literally had to go out and buy the entire chain of Taco Bell and KFC just so they could get restaurants to have Pepsi products so that they could get people to try their shit. The point I'm trying to get to is it's virtually impossible to break into the beverage industry.
So just like how it is today. That's all right. I shouldn't. Yeah, Pepsi is the only company that owned the military at one point, so let's not say that.
And these guys did it for virtually no money at all, and it's absolutely incredible. So everything's going good. They're selling cans of water. They're selling every kind of merch you can imagine: shirts, hats, water bottles, fucking snare drum drums, LED signs, anything under the sun, they're selling because their branding is that
Liquid
powerful.
death
Then they
underwear.
take it to the next
There
level
you
and they
go.
start selling flavored sparkling water, which is absolutely genius because nobody's ever made flavored sparkling water cool. I mean, let's face it, most men would never ever in a million years consider drinking sparkling water in front of their friends, okay? You're gonna show up to your buddies
Oh, what is it? What you thinking? Oh, is it sparkly water? You cupcake? Man, this is good.
garage with a 6-pack of Perrier or LaCroix? Absolutely not. Okay, look, I'm a grown-ass man. I love all my friends. I could call up any one of them at 3 a.m. on a Tuesday and they'll help me bury a body in a cornfield with no questions asked. But if I start drinking fucking Perrier in front of them, the shit talking is gonna continue for the rest of forever.
We? No, we are not French. We're American because you're in America, okay? Greatest country on the planet.
But now that's not the case because I can show up with an 8-pack of tall boys that look like energy drinks or Four Locos and it's called Liquid Death. Nobody's gonna bat an eye. Boom!
Yeah. Wait a minute, what?
Four Locos and it's called Liquid Death. Nobody's gonna bat an eye. Buh! Are you really willing to overpay on water in a can just to maintain your fragile masculinity? Buh! You're fucking A right I am. In fact, I'm gonna go buy a lift kit for my truck as soon as
All that big talk of the modern world, like, oh, toxic masculinity, this and that, you should do this, you should do that. All right, sure. It meant, psychological level, I agree. But in social level, no, I'm not going to be doing that. Because I still have to live here. I still have to live among the people who has that kind of mentality. What am I, Gandhi? I'm going to take a baton and like going to be fast at things and people will follow me. That shit is not happening, right? So is it toxic masculinity? Sure. Am I not going to follow and try to? No. People will shit talk to me. What are you talking about? That's the reality. Overpriced. I mean, you paid for that Taylor Swift concert. You didn't get shit out of that one. You probably don't even remember that. Drinking all that beer and shit. That probably cost way too much than anything this will cost.
I get done filming this YouTube video so I can jack it 10 feet in the air and never take it off-road ever again. All jokes aside though, this product is actually genuinely cool because if you're an adult going to a party, you can bring this if you don't want to drink alcohol and nobody's going to bat an eye and you don't have to have that awkward, here's why I'm not drinking conversation. And for
But
somebody
you drink,
like
I'm
me
drinking
who drinks
toxic-
energy
whatever
drinks
that,
and
liquid
beer
death.
and my kid wants to be like dad, I can give him a can of something that's not bad for him and he can drink that too and he gets to feel cool. And they're actually starting to target kids specifically. I mean, here's their
I like how it says mountain water, so somebody can even like mistake that as something like Mountain Dew or something. It doesn't just say what I said, mountain water. Why not? It's like Mountain Dew or something.
mascot, Murder Mountain. He's got a can for a head, eyes for nipples. He's wielding a giant axe and he cuts people's heads off. And they're going to make it a new Fortnite skin, which I'm sure they're spending millions of dollars to do. But for the first time ever, I feel pretty okay with the company targeting kids in their advertising because it's genuinely good for them. It's not Monster with their 54 grams of sugar per can. It's not fucking cigarettes trying to make candy.
Excuse, what? Monster with 50, screw the sugar, caffeine, and all the other shit that it has, like taurine and things, which I don't think is good for kids. Anything that fucks with brain or fucks with brain directly, it's stimulant, like who cares? Stimulants are the one who directly affects your brain. Taurine probably also directly affects your brain, like it's supposed to make you focus. But it does it by affecting the brain. Why is it a problem affecting your brain? Because brain is like a complex mixture of things that is like stable in a way. If you try to fuck with it anyway, there's a chance it might go out of configuration, let's just say, and all the problems might pop up. That's why anytime anybody tries to sell you like a opioid level drug or something, they say like, okay, take a prescription, there's a risk because it affects your brain. Caffeine is the one thing that is like widely spread, also affects your brain, but it's like accepted. But even then, not for kids, right? Kids are not supposed to drink coffee. Like 8-year-old Timmy can have coffee. No, it will probably fuck up his brain. If you're lucky, it won't, but it might. One day he just like at 15 years old or 16 years old discovers he has some kind of an OCD or something. Could be because of that. You don't know. How the fuck kids are drinking Monster?
Candy flavored cigarettes. It's not vape so my kid can blow a cumulonimbus cloud out of one of his nostrils that smells like fucking Fruit Loops. It's just water. They're making drinking water cool again. And the coolest part about this is if you try to stop Liquid Death in their mission from making drinking water cool, they will absolutely roast you. Got a couple of different examples, starting off with my personal favorite. They recently came out with a new line of tea, and one of the tea flavors was obviously the
Back of
personal
it.
favorite. They recently came out with a new
Rest in peach. Oh, tea? with the teacup, like a British, right? One of them should have called us something Taj Mahal, but something like deadly phrase. I can't even think of something.
Line of tea, and one of the tea flavors was obviously the classic half tea, half lemonade known as the Arnold Palmer. They wanted to stay on brand. They also wanted to give the nod to the heritage of the drink, so they named it Armless Palmer, which I thought was a perfect nickname. Now, apparently, whoever owns the trademark for the beverage of Arnold Palmer didn't find that funny at all, and they decided to send them a cease and desist letter telling them they had to rename that drink or quit selling it altogether. At
They
which
don't own
point,
Palmer.
Liquid Death, realizing they didn't have the money to go toe-to-toe with these enormous beverage companies, said, you know what, fine, we'll go ahead and rename it, to which they did. It's now named Dead Billionaire. Okay, now personally, I think that's hilarious. I believe in talk shit, get hit. However,
They don't own the word Palmer. Come on.
a bunch of people on the internet got really mad about that. Now, here's the thing with that. Most of those people on the internet that got mad at that were people that would never ever drink Liquid Death in a million years anyways, so ultimately it doesn't really matter. And now all the people that do drink Liquid Death, every time somebody asks what it is, they get to tell that really funny story. While we're talking about people being angry, let's go over what
Anybody getting angry over internet is an extremely small minority. I don't know why people fear that. I don't know why companies fear that. Even something like WWE changes their scheme based on that. It's barely 10% of your audiences. Even at that, I don't even think that's it. Right? Twitter is insanely small compared to all other social media, and somehow Twitter has like a really big pull. How does that happen?
what they do with the angry comments that they receive. They have a in-house metal band and turn the comments into song titles. I'm gonna go ahead and read you some of those right now. Quote, "It's dumb, I won't buy it. Fuck whoever started this. Worst name for a water company. Huge tools. You deserve your mouth pissed in. This is very demonic. Murder myself. Go fuck yourself. Good try, Satan. Blood everywhere?" I thought this was alcohol. So in conclusion, that is a story of how a company that decided to put water in a can went from $0 to $700 million in the span of
They will become a billionaire one day.
4 years. And if you care about the business aspect, I think the biggest takeaway from Liquid Death is that they managed to take a product, something that was completely neutral to absolutely everybody. Water. There was no good water, there was no bad water, and they made it controversial. They made people feel something about their particular brand of water. Whether that was love or hate was person to person, but they felt something, and you can monetize something, but you can't monetize nothing. I mean, think about it. If somebody hates Liquid Death, it means
You can't monetize nothing. I'm not so sure about that. But yeah, one thing is for damn sure, right? We are very influenced. Like, we are the one who can be influenced very easily. That's the one thing this proves. If you like do it right enough, you can even, basically like children, you can influence us easily. You can also make us drink water if you create enough of shit to make it cool. And what is making it cool? Just doing something just enough that it agrees with us just enough, like parodying of things, shitting on like big corporations, things like that, and just like, yeah, there you go, and this is water, drinking. People will drink it, and people do have money to do it. They drink Monster and beer left and right. Why not water? There you go. I guess this is the healthiest way of doing things, drinking water.
that they're watching and they don't like what Liquid Death is doing, but regardless, Liquid Death still gets to monetize their viewership. And then if somebody loves it, it's also because they're watching, and not only do they get to monetize their viewership, they get to sell them a product on top of that. Bearing that in mind, thank you for watching. If you hate what I'm doing, go ahead and keep watching so you can keep hating it. And if you like what I'm doing, best way to support the channel is go buy some merch over at thefatelectrician.com. Clack, bang, out.
Anything more?
Not gonna lie, pretty proud of myself. When I said energy drinks and alcohol had the best marketing tactics ever, I almost brought up Got Milk and the government cheese cave conspiracy again, but I managed not to this time.
Wait a minute, didn't he do the Got Milk thing or some other channel? I'm pretty sure I remember watching something about. Wait a minute, it was like Wendy Goon. I don't know. I hope he does Got Milk thing. Yeah, that's why he created this channel. He's gonna do this shit. Okay, this channel is already going at like a great direction. Federation is so good. It's like his channel feels like multi-million subscriber type of big channel because his direction is never off. This is just first video about bear is like what the fuck. Second video is about like Liquid Death, which I feel like I think I heard of that somewhere. Maybe they sponsored something in WWE or something. I don't know. Liquid Death. There you go. And I like how the advertising just like literally waterboarding someone. Oh, that's so good. Man, I love it. Right, well, that was the deadliest drink ever. Water. Water kills. But water is the one who gives you life. It's like, life kills, I guess. I don't know. This was on Fact Files. If you like my reaction, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you next time.